Hot Boxing, presented by Car Crush with hosts M-Dog Nightmare and Boner Battlefield. Stay tuned and don't go nowhere, you dingus.
Welcome to Hot Boxing. I'm M-Dog Nightmare.
I'm Boner Battlefield.
Today we are interviewing retired inappropriate punk turned businesswoman, Dana, who also happens to have a 68 Jeepster Commando. And some other really cool trucks and motorcycles, but we're mostly going to talk about the Jeepster.
Yeah. Do you think that it was called Commando because you can't wear underwear when you're driving it?
Well, let's ask Dana.
That's been my rule. General rule of thumb.
No underwear.
You want to get in? Take your pants off. That's how it goes.
Awesome. That's a good pickup line.
I just made that up.
Okay. First question, Mandy.
Oh, you're giving me the first question? The first question is, we hear you have a business. What is your business and what is it about?
I do have a business. I co-own Spooltown, which is a sewing factory here in Portland. So
a whole factory for sewing.
It's a whole factory. It's a whole giant warehouse full of shit.
Really?
It's really
How
cool.
many people work in there?
14.
Wow.
So we do cut and sew, and it's mostly bags and accessories. So we don't do any apparel. So don't come to me and want me to fix your pants because I won't do it. It's real. People ask all the time.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
It's like, you can fix anything.
Yeah, will you sew this? I'm like, no, I won't. Put your pants back on. It all ties.
Oh, they're in the Jeep.
Yeah, they're in the Jeep. I know.
And you
I've never
take their pants off.
Never put two and two together, but there it is.
Yeah.
So we do lots of heavy duty work. It's mostly bags and accessories. It's like a lot of leather, wax canvas, denim, kind of American heritage style stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And it's like businesses contact you to do it, and then you
absolutely
give them the stuff. And
Yeah.
sell it. Okay.
It's called private label. Yeah.
There's a technical term for it. It's called private label.
I do not know these technical terms, obviously.
Why would you? It's useless knowledge. But yeah, so we make stuff for other people. We do have our own house line of stuff, but 99% of what we do is for other people.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, on another note, you've had a bunch of Jeepsters.
It's
How
true.
many have you had?
6.
6 Jeepsters. Holy crap.
Yeah.
When did you start collecting them?
The first car I ever had was a Jeepster.
What?
Oh yeah, I was like, I know there's something. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that. Your first love.
My first love, my first and true love. No, it was I don't know, it was kind of a piece of shit. They all are, but it was a 67, and I bought it for $300 from a guy that my dad knew.
What?
Yeah, in Utah, northern Utah. So I got it. I loved it. I always have loved like the Jeep brand, like all of the old military spec stuff. So strange. And Utah's full of heavy duty military influence everywhere you go, whether you intend to be surrounded by it or not. You are Mormons and military. That's what you get. Woo, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
M's.
It's a double M state. And monogamy. I don't know. It's actually not true. That's not true. But so this guy had it. I wanted it. It was like $300. I talked him down to like 200 or something. And I was 14.
You were 14?
Yeah. Barely 14.
Did you even have your license?
Yeah, but Utah's backwards, and I grew up really rural, so I drove from the time I was like 9 or 10.
Okay. Which I think is good. I think that makes it so that when kids get their license, they're not like, get in the car. Yeah, they don't die.
No, I can drive anything now. Like my whole life I've been able to drive anything that's put in front of me, but it's because I grew up driving a tractor and my dad's truck in the field, and then this and then that, and snowmobiles and dirt bikes. Like, there's a lot of machinery around all the time. Weird plows and tractors and...
Oh my gosh, was it really fun to drive a plow?
No, because that's all chores. That's a job.
That's what city folks do.
Yeah, it's cute.
But I grew up in the mountains, and I always thought it would just be like, really intimidating, your plow, like cruising down, barreling down on someone. Like,
yeah, that would be fun. But no, it's like people who think canning is fun. I'm like, that is a chore. That's not fun. That's what poor people do. Anyway, I've got issues. At any rate, I bought that from that guy. It was red and white, and I think the color is actually called presidential red because they only come in like 5 colors over all the years. And I thought it had a brown interior. I thought it was like the whole thing had been painted brown. And my friend Mike and I, you're kids, you're dumb, you don't know what's going on. So I was like, oh yeah, clean this thing out. And we like literally took a hose to it on the inside because it's a Jeep, right? It has drain holes. You're supposed to be able to hose it out and like do dirty utilitarian things to it. And it turns out it was dried blood in the back because the guy was an elk hunter.
It was a hunter. It was elk blood
so
color.
gross. Yeah, like caked in the back.
Wow.
And
Did it come off with the hose? Like
no, we like it was, you know, you hose it and we're like, oh, it's starting to come off, and then like I think we had a broom and you start to like kind of scrub it, and then you're like, oh no,
Like,
oh no, like the more and more
You're
that
sure
it
it
moves.
was elk and not his wife.
Who knows? One of many. I don't know. I don't know.
You didn't see her for a while after that, did you?
I didn't see any. Yeah. I don't know.
It's like, I gotta get rid of this Jeepster
That's
and the
right.
evidence. Sell it to this kid.
That's right.
What do you think it was at such a young age that attracted you to that specific type of vehicle? Because you said you always kind of liked Jeep.
I did. I think I just
yeah.
liked the look of them. I love the fact that they were like these small mini SUVs. They were always 4-wheel drive. I just liked them. I always loved muscle cars. I love all of the 50s and 60s cars for sure. Like the early 70s totally gets me. But they just, I don't know. The Jeeps were great.
They seem like super like utilitarian, you know, like
Yeah.
you can rinse them out.
Yeah.
You can like climb a mountain. You can
You really can. I
kill
mean,
your wife and put her body in there and hose it off later.
But they're also...
Mandy, we can't talk about that.
What are some of the taglines that they had? Because they do have like this kind of like car-ish
like rugged rascal.
Right.
I love that one.
And then there was the car styling one.
Want me to grab one?
Yeah. Okay, so for those of you that don't know what a Jeepster is exactly, which is Mandy and I, and maybe some of our listeners, Dana, could you tell us? Could you bring it to light?
I mean, I can try.
Yeah.
I can try to tell you. I think that the Jeepster Commandos were like Jeep and Kaiser. The Kaiser was the company that owned it, right? And I think what they were trying to do was hold on to the diminishing market after the wars were over. They built bazillions of Jeeps that were military spec, and they were shipped all over the world. Right. And the 60s ended, Jeep had to do something because they were dying as a company. Like the production numbers just tanked. Mm-hmm. And so they took everything that everybody loved about the tiny little military Jeep, like the flat fender Willys, old school stuff, and they tried to turn it into like a mini original, like the original mini SUV. Right. So the early 60s, right, mid 60s, you've got Internationals, you've got Scouts, the Broncos all kind of came out the same time frame, but Jeep had already been doing all of those mini 4-wheel drive kind of things already. So while Ford and GM were kind of new to it, International had been doing it for a while.
Were they the first, or was International the first like 4-wheel drive type?
Jeep.
Well, Jeep was. Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I think. I mean, feel free to murder me if I'm wrong. I really don't know. I don't.
Be in your Jeep that we can
email
hose
us.
But I mean,
whatever.
But yeah, whatever. You don't know where I live.
Come at us, Oprah. We don't care.
Please do, actually.
Yeah, I need some stuff.
I mean, Jeep got the original contract to make the military spec stuff in the 40s. So that's where
During the big one.
The big
World
one.
War II.
That's right.
One that turned us into a superpower.
Thank you. That's right. That's weird.
That is weird.
It is weird. But so I think this was their version of like trying to hit a mainstream consumer market.
Right.
And I don't really know. I don't think it was wildly successful because like you look at these ads and they're really dorky and they're really trying to like tell you that it's racy and rugged and that you can climb anywhere and drive anywhere and it's fast, and it's none of those things. It's really cute. I love them.
The marching band will be behind
There's a marching band one. Yeah.
Well, and it does now that I've seen these ads though, it does have the ones with it talks about the car styling.
Yeah.
You kind of look at it and you're like, oh, it does have a little bit of. It says a 4-wheel drive station wagon with sports car styling.
Right.
And then you kind of see it has like sort of like a little like a fastback.
So what is a top speed in one of these, you think?
I mean, the speedometer goes to like 120, which would just be fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
I mean,
would it just be super shaky?
I mean, it depends, right? Like mine's really tight. Like all the shackles have been replaced, the bushings are new. Like it is tight, but there's no power steering, there's no power brakes. Like you're going.
Oh,
so
man, how are the brakes? Are they just like super rough?
do I feel my quads? It's all about your quad. Yeah, it's about it's a 3-speed manual with nothing power at all.
Jim, while you're driving.
You're driving.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually have a great story about that, which I'll tell you in a minute. But I do drive it on the freeway. I've driven this particular one almost all of Highway 101. Driven it all the way out Astoria, up Highway 101, all the huge loop back down through Seattle. I mean, it's awesome. It's 70, but like really what's more appropriate is like 55. I mean, you guys have seen me on those cruises where everyone's, I'm like, if the light's green, like, you should go, Mandy, like, just go. Because I'm like, first gear, second gear, like, there's...
I mean, does your leg get super tired?
It's hard, yeah, I mean, it's hard to drive in the city, but it's been a long time that I've had this one, so, I like it, and I do drive it every day if I can, so.
You don't even have to go to the gym because you're just working your
Just the one leg, yeah.
That
So
one
left
leg.
left clutch. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So does that answer your question? Does that make sense?
I think so. So yeah, so the Jeepster was where they were kind of trying to hit the mainstream market.
They were trying hard. Yeah. I mean, they wanted these guys to come back from the war, early 60s, mid 60s to late 60s, and get something that was familiar to them. And they were really hoping that they would pick up this like original sport utility kind of stylings.
How long did they make them for?
67 through 72.
Okay.
And in the middle of that, Kaiser Willie was who made mine, is a Kaiser Jeep. And that's who had made Jeeps since like the 40s. And then they sold the brand in 1970 to AMC. And that's when the Jeepsters turned into, they call them a bullnose front. So rather than having a flat traditional 7-slot Jeep grille, they go really warped and round, and it looks just like a Ford Bronco front with a Jeep back.
Oh.
And they put V8s in them. Like they swapped out to the AMC bigger V8 all the way around. Mine's V6. It's a Dauntless 225. And by the way, 225 is the torque, not the horsepower, right? It's a lot of torque. I can drive anywhere slowly. So.
You will get there.
You can climb a brick wall if you're brave enough, but it's just going to be slow going.
Slow climb.
So the guy that made your Jeep, what was his name again?
It was Kaiser, was the company.
Kaiser Willie?
Kaiser Willys.
Okay, so was he the one that made Willie's Jeeps?
Right. So Willys was the original, is that right? It was Willys Overland bought the original Jeep design in like the 40s.
Okay.
And that's who made the granddaddy Jeeps that are like the paneled Wagoneers with the V front that everybody is really used to seeing, like late 40s, early 50s. Those are much more expensive. There were tons of those made. This Commando, mine's a 68, was only, I think the production numbers were like 12,000 that year.
Oh, wow. That's
So,
crazy for something out there.
Yeah, there's just, and that's the other thing of like finding them, or like I told you the story earlier about the half cab, like finding parts for them is not that great anymore, because every year that goes by, it's very common stuff, like the Buick 225, thank God, but like I got hit a few years ago actually, by a woman in a full-size Suburban. She ran a red light and almost T-boned me, but like nailed the left front hood quarter panel. It was bad. Okay. Oh, man. And I had to source parts from like all over Bumblefuck to figure it out. Like a hood, a grill,
was
the
it
quarter
covered?
panel. Yeah, I did. Yeah. I had to fight tooth and nail.
I was going to say, what was that experience like? You probably had to...
It was brutal.
You did have to fight a lot and just be like...
Yeah, the fucking adjuster that came out is like this guy named Todd. Hey, Todd.
Todd. What's up, dude?
Todd. It might have been Rod, which is even worse. But he was like, I owned an auto body shop forever, and I've never seen one of these before. This isn't worth anything. And I was like, yo.
That means it's worth way more if you're saying you've never seen it before, motherfucker.
I was like, dude, just because you don't know what it is. Like, and he was like really dismissive of me.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
Right,
yeah. And the guy actually that did the work, that business isn't not in anymore. There was the shop out on Northwest Yeon. But regardless, like, Todd Rod, whatever his name is, kept Todd the Rod, kept talking to the guy that owned the auto body shop, and as if it were his car, and finally the guy at the auto body shop was like, dude, it's her fucking car.
Yeah.
Her money, her insurance, she's making the choices. Like, you should probably talk to her. And I was like, hey, Todd Rod, what's up? Can you talk to me? And so ultimately he wanted, of course, to total it.
Yeah.
Oh. And I was like, look, are the motor mounts sheared off? No. Is the frame bent? No. Steering column's fine. I was like, you're going to fucking fix it. And it wasn't that much money because it's all solid steel.
Yeah.
All solid steel.
They always try to get out of by doing that kind of shit. Pisses me off.
They just wanted to close it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did get it fixed.
It was a classic, and I was going to probably...
And then you're going to have a branded title.
Oh yeah, he didn't. I was like, I'm not done with this. Like, I'm still driving this, and you're not totaling it. You don't have any case to do it. And I fought and made a huge stink, and eventually I become too annoying, and they leave me alone.
Yeah, well, you have to stand your ground with
You really do.
Do you have classic car insurance? I mean, it sounds like it was her fault.
It was her fault, but she had no driver's license and no insurance.
Shut up.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes it extra her fault, but then it also doesn't matter because you don't have insurance.
Yeah. But I have good insurance. I had just standard. What was my insurance at the time? It's just like Travelers or something. But I did switch it over to Haggerty after that.
Okay, because you're like, I want to deal with people that know classic
I'd
cars.
never wanted to have that fucking conversation with Todd Rod again.
No. Yeah, I've actually, because
I should do that.
I've
with
You
called
should.
Haggerty. Yeah,
They get it. They get it. I mean, I
They
see
get it,
you
yeah.
have like the Haggerty magazine here, and
Yeah.
like I get them too, and
the
like
Corvette's Haggerty.
yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they're not going to argue with me about what the value of it is. I had to
they
like
know.
pull comps from like all over the place.
Oh,
And
yeah.
because he was such a dumbass and didn't know what he was talking about, I was
Right.
pulling comps from stuff that was like frame off restoration. And I was like, look, $45,000.
Yeah.
Mine's worth a quarter of that.
What
else?
Vernon Bruce pretty tight though.
Vernon Bruce is pretty
Yeah,
good.
Do you know what like year has like the lowest production
Of the Commandos?
of the Jeepsters?
Yeah. I think they're all about the same. It's like 12 to 14,000.
Okay.
And and some people say that that's not an accurate number, but like those numbers have never really been published anywhere. But I think 67 was their starting year, 68, 69, 70, they're all like 12 to 14,000. And I think AMC made a lot more because they upgraded it. Suddenly it was power steering and power brakes, air conditioning,
It came
V8.
with the fancier sports cars.
Yeah, it was styling. Yeah, but nobody liked them because they were AMC, and it just that was also the same years that they put out like the AMC Eagle. Like it's all.
I kind of see. I love.
I know now, but not then. Like, not
Like
cool.
then, no.
Not cool.
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think the production numbers are all about the same, but there's just not that many left anymore. If you figure out half of them get turned into rock crawlers, which is
Yeah.
really common. You rarely do find one that's stock.
Yeah.
That's what makes Vernon Bruce so fun.
Yeah. So let's talk about the journey to like getting Vernon. Like how did that all
And
come
the
about?
name, where the name came
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Those things.
So I had a little Nissan pickup that I loved so much. It was like an early 90s Nissan extended cab 4-wheel drive. It was the last year that they had the flat bodies all the way around. And it was stolen from a friend of my house. That was the truck that I was going to like drive until it died. I loved it. It was so great. It was a piece of shit. It got terrible gas mileage, but it was just such a solid little truck. That was stolen. And I hadn't had a Jeepster in a few years, and so that was here in Portland. And I took the money from that truck, and I was like, "This is it. I'm going to buy another Jeepster," because I couldn't stand it. I hadn't had one for a few years, so it was driving me crazy.
Yeah.
So I started the search. I looked around all over, and I found this one actually on some bizarre forum, like all Jeepster nerds, like all nerds. We all have our nerds for our individual cars. You dive deep.
Make lifelong friendships.
Yeah, it's really, really bizarre. You do weird relationships. But I found it on some forum, and it was a little bit mislabeled, like Commando was spelled wrong or something, so it wasn't really showing up in the regular searches, which is like my number one advice to people if you're looking for a weird car that's that kind of hard to find.
I like
Look
that.
for someone that
Look for someone that's
misspelled.
misspelled it on Craigslist,
Really?
sadly, or like Auto Trader, all of that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Actually.
Anyway.
Yeah.
This guy had it in Kalispell, Montana, and so I called him John. I called John, and I was like, "Hey, I know what you have. I would like to look at it. Can you send me more photos underneath, all the way around, engine compartment?" And he was like, "It's kind of hard to drive." And he kind of gave me a hard time about being a lady on the phone. And I was like, "If you've ever met me, I'm not much of a lady, but
Yeah.
I hear you." Okay, like I've had a bunch. I kind of had to like basically convince him that I was worthy of even talking to about the car.
Oh my god.
Wow. I mean, and
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
whatevs.
Yeah.
yeah.
I ended up with it
Water under the
ultimately.
bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not going to change his mind by being an asshole over the phone.
No,
and
it's
really
like
what I
nobody
wanted was to buy the Jeep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
whatever. Ultimately, I talked him into it. Bunch of photos back and forth. We made a date, and I bought a one-way ticket to go to Kalispell. So I flew up Portland to Kalispell, which is only like an hour and 10 minutes or so. And then he picked me up at the airport. He thought I was absolutely insane because I didn't bring a bag or anything. I was like, "I'm driving it home." And he was like, I don't really think that's a good idea. We talked about it. We looked at it all over in the parking lot. I crawled under it, in it, over it, around it. And he's big. He's a great big guy. So like I'm 5'6.5", and he's easily like 6'2", 6'3". And the Jeeps are small.
Yeah, they're
it's a
small.
really narrow car. It has a little bitty bucket seat, and there's like no frills to it. And he had been driving that fucking thing around with the seat like pulled so far forward that the steering wheel is like in his chest. And he never realized that the front seat has a switch on the bottom that you can like push the whole
Oh
seat
my
back.
god, he must have been so uncomfortable.
He was
the whole
so
time.
pissed because I got in and I was like, "Whoa, it's so close to the steering wheel."
You're all
And then I just reached down and snapped it and slid the seat back, and he was like,
after giving you the business
Yeah.
about not
What?
being able
I was
to
like,
drive
you
it.
don't know shit about this car. I mean,
Yeah.
it was so simple. It was such
Yeah.
a simple thing, but I was like, oh, you probably wouldn't sell it if you knew the seat slid back.
Too bad, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right.
Was he kind of like, oh?
He was really embarrassed, and then he like mellowed out after that. So it took some shenanigans, and he really didn't want me to drive it back. But I took 5 days, and I drove it back from Kalispell. This car, which I mean, it's a '68. I bought it in 2012. So how old was it at that point? And I knew nothing about like the history of it, anything.
Right.
And I was like, I've paid AAA for a million years.
So,
I'm gonna get my money out of it.
This is pay up.
Yeah, I was like, let's see how this goes. So I drove to Spokane the first night. My wife flew in. I think we stayed the night in Spokane, and then we did this epic road trip all the way back.
Did it break down or anything?
No.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was hot as shit. It's loud. It's so loud. And he had these big, dumb, big, wide, fat tires on it. And it's no power steering, so it was a bitch to drive. It was like herding snakes to keep it on the road. But we didn't drive the freeway at all. We took all
you
crazy
didn't?
back roads.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like a gazetteer out to like figure out how to get back. I mean, AAA would have fucking hated us if we had to call.
but that's the fun. Like I don't know.
It was awesome.
Taking like 5 days to come back from Montana, which is a what?
Oh.
I mean, if you guys
That's
would
a one-day drive
you should
that
have
you
called
see
and been
people-
like, we
yeah.
have a Jeep Commando. We're Commando right now.
Yeah.
I need to come and get us.
It was amazing. Yeah, I would do it again in a heartbeat. And now I look
yeah.
back on it and I'm like, that probably wasn't super smart, but it was
No,
rad.
I
It was a
feel like
beautiful
it was very
trip.
smart, and it sounds like you had an awesome
Yeah.
adventure, and you had AAA, and like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's so pretty out there. Like, like out
Yeah.
like big rolling plains. Montana is epic and so gorgeous. And I hadn't had one for several years, and like you get in it and it's the smell of like old off-gassing vinyl and that like burnt oil smell. And I was just like, oh my God, right. Like everybody should have an old car vibe like that.
Yeah.
I want an air freshener that is that smell to put.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's my new idea. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I like that.
Don't steal our idea, Oprah. I know you're listening.
Archie, I know.
Whatever. We can trademark it.
So, we never got to find out what happened to your first one. Did you like total it, or did you just?
Who knows? I was a dumb kid. It was also like pretty much worth what it cost at $200 or $300
Oh, really?
and 14. And I think I literally parked it in the like back end of our property at some point because something blew out on it, and
They're just like
Now it's
was.
living in bushes.
now it's
still
who
there.
knows? Yeah. The elk have reclaimed it. I don't know.
His wife.
Yeah, right.
His
Risen.
wife is driving it. Their ghost is.
I don't know. Yeah, it just dumb kid stuff.
What you said you've had a bunch of them.
Yep.
Like, have they been like you just got rid of them, or like?
I mean, I think if you're dedicated to the cause of whatever your brand is, of the brand that you're tied to, Ford, Chevy, whatever, I think as I got older, a little more money in my pocket, you learn a little more left and right. And I was like, okay, next time I'm not going to get this, like there was an engine that was put in that was like called a Hurricane, but it's bizarre, like
not a hurricane.
it's not great. And so
It
like,
drives like a hurricane.
with a specific transmission, and those were made in like 67 in the early days. So then you just rule out those. So then over time you kind of just refine down for me, I refined down to what was kind of ideal for me.
Wow, so can you still find like the Hurricane engine? I mean,
Yeah,
does
you
it
can.
look,
I mean,
like,
there's a
crazy?
fan base for them, like everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
But it sounds like you don't want to.
you really don't want to. Most people swap out the Jeep, like at some point the engine explodes if it, whatever, throws a piston or a rod, and they put it in a small block Chevy because it fits. It's also also a small car,
Yeah.
those little CJ5 stylings, like the Jeepster Commando's longer, but it's still really quite small.
Yours is so beautiful.
No.
So did it come? Did it come that good looking?
It did.
Well,
It looks good. Vernon Bruce was in pretty good shape in terms of the body. The old guy, John, had done some dumb things, but it was pretty easy to undo what he had done, like the wide tires and he like
Do they
racing
always do
rims.
Dumb things?
Yeah, they do.
When I got mine, there's a lot of dumb things in there.
A lot of dumb. So basically anything that I've done has just been to take it back to stock, which is just a matter, I think, of, for at least with the Commandos, of patience of finding the thing. But it was uncut. Like there's most often people tear up the inside and put in huge speakers and a stereo, but like mine doesn't even have a stereo in it. It has a delete plate where the faceplate for a stereo would be, but it has an original Jeep delete plate because whoever bought it, which was Vernon Bruce,
Yeah.
that's where the name comes from.
Yeah.
He didn't pop for the AM.
He didn't need it.
No, they're cute. I would put one in and not have. I would just never cut holes for speakers or anything. It's so cute, the old school.
Yeah. We could, in this day and age, you could just have like a travel
Wireless.
I just carry a
yeah,
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
I have like a
okay.
portable Bluetooth. Yeah, I have a case of bass too, which is an amazing product. This guy Ezra,
Oh.
and it's
they're
it's a suitcase.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Bluetooth.
okay.
It's a
It's called Case of Bass.
and it's like a suitcase.
Yeah, and it's out of Portland,
He
right?
he is in Portland. I think he moved himself to Salem. But yeah, look it up. Case of Bass. He's a wackadoo. He's totally awesome, and he loves Vernon Bruce. And I bought a suitcase, briefcase.
So can you hear it? Because you said it's pretty loud in there.
It's loud. It's better with like stock tires. But it's still. I mean, they're truck tires that are on it. It's pretty loud.
I mean, it doesn't have any insulation.
Not a
or
stitch.
It doesn't.
Nothing.
Yeah,
It's a metal box
straight
with
yeah.
seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the name.
Oh yeah.
How that came about.
Vernon Bruce was the guy that drove it off the lot in March of 1968. So when I got back from the Kalispell, Montana road trip with it, I had a folder of stuff that John had given me. And in it, I didn't know, but in it was all of his service records for good and bad things that he had done. But it was good to know. And a whole bunch of the original warranty cards and like the maintenance schedule. And in the back of the maintenance schedule, there's a little card that you were supposed to fill out. And the dealer kept half of the card because it's perforated and half of it's missing. So the dealer had that half. And then you were to write your own info in it. And that's who bought it off the lot in 68 was Vernon Bruce. And I just thought
it was a cool name.
I know.
It would have been like a really horrible name. You're like, oh
yeah,
man.
I definitely would have just renamed it and never talked about that. But I was like, Vernon Bruce, that's such a good name. Two first names,
it's
Vernon Bruce.
So good.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, I gotta name my car.
Right.
Budwick. Like,
How long?
Snodgrass.
How long did the guy that you bought it from? How long did he own it?
I think he had it for a few years. He bought it. He liked the color because it's a very bright turquoise with that bright white top. But I think he was the kind of guy that just kind of would cycle through cars because he thought they were cute. He had a Hillman Minx also in his car, in his garage, which I had never seen one in person.
What is it? I've never heard of that.
It's I know nothing about it other than he had one, and I was like, what is that car? And it literally, you know what it reminds me of is like one of those old school the really low Triumphs.
Okay.
Like I don't even know what they're
They're like low and they have those crazy tires.
yeah,
And, they're like,
and the nose has
they're
this
like
big
that.
flare to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, they're like a mini Ferrari is what they always look like to me. But the Hillman Minx was kind of similar to that, and I think it's like a really weird rare car, so teeny. It's like a toy. It looks like a toy.
Like, how big did you say?
He's huge. I'm like, you need to buy more appropriate cars. Like perhaps a Buick Riviera. Like he needs he needs a huge car. Yes. Like, what the fuck? He's gonna buy one of those like little mini Subaru like station wagons next, you know? Yeah.
Impreza.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. Maybe
yeah.
He's like, I just like feeling snug. Snug in these cars.
I mean, the heart wants what the heart wants.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think we should judge it.
No.
Yeah.
But it must be so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I love that he drove with the steering
The
wheel
seat.
on his.
Oh my
the
God.
seat fully.
I mean, there's no way, like, so it's also 3-speed manual, right? So there's no way that he would have been able to, like, push the clutch in and drive. Like, he must have been, like, completely, like, wide-legged to get and the steering wheel's huge, it's like a bus.
Yeah.
It's like, dude. Yeah, he was really upset when I moved the seat. So he was really,
I wish you could have gotten a picture of the face.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty good.
But it's in your mental memory.
It's really, I'm like,
And then you're like,
it's very
and
satisfying.
I'm gonna drive it home to Oregon.
Yeah, it's pretty satisfying.
Do you have any like stuff that you plan on doing to Vernon Bruce? Like,
I mean,
it's coming up, or
yeah, I mean, this summer, I'm excited for the summer. I just found a half cab to go with it. So it has a full hard top, which is removable.
Oh yeah, let's hear the story about the half cab.
Oh, the half cab's pretty good. Yeah. But the half cab was an accessory that you could get at the factory level, and like they never made them again. So you either bought it new off the lot, but you could be like, it's not like 10 years later you could be like, oh, I'm going to order a half cab, because they sold the line to AMC, and AMC changed everything. So there's a very small window of parts that were available. So the half cabs, I don't know what, I would imagine like 10% of the people who bought one off the lot probably took that as an accessory.
wow, that's crazy.
So
And
there's
for the
there's barely
teeny.
let's explain what a half cab is really quick. It's just it makes it look like a truck
right,
instead of a Jeep. So just
Right.
for those of you that don't know.
right. So you take the whole
It's
the
not
whole
it's
cab
not a
off.
skate shoe.
Half cab. Oh, half cabs.
It's not the man's half cab.
Yeah, it's not a skateboarding or snowboarding trick, people.
Nor is it wine.
Oh yeah.
So I was at work one day and my phone rings and it's a Washougal number, but my cell phone's tied to work. So I answer most of the calls that come in and I was like, this is Dana. Hey, Dana, this is Blaine. That was his name. Hey, it's Blaine. Hey, Blaine. Who the fuck is Blaine? I have no idea. And he was like, you called me 3 or 4 years ago looking for a half cab. And I'm like, you're okay, Blaine. Like, you're kidding. But he did. He had some weird list. I must have called him because how else would he have my name and number and know that I have a fucking Jeep? Weird Jeepster.
Half cab.
An obsession with a half cab, yeah. And he basically had been trolling Craigslist for a bunch of different reasons, but he found a half cab out in Yakima. And he was going to be in the area, but he couldn't bring it back, so he thought that he would call and tell me, and I could go get it.
Which is so cool.
Yeah, thank you. What's his name again?
If
Blaine.
you are listening,
Blaine.
you are a badass.
Yeah, it was really, and I meant to go back to my phone and like text him, and I never did, so now the number's long gone, but.
Well, Blaine, if you're listening,
Thank you,
or
Blaine.
if anybody
Yeah.
knows Blaine.
That's right, little
Shout
nod
out.
to Blaine and Washougal.
Yeah, because that's some serious like rad car culture stuff, you know, like oh, I'm keeping your number and 20 years down the road, I'm gonna call you. And
I
see
found
if you're
this.
still into
Yeah.
this.
You still
Found that missing bolt.
Yeah.
Come over. But the reason he found it on Craigslist is because the guy who had it didn't know what it was, and so he was looking at like everything in this like automotive classic category, apparently, which I can't imagine how big that is, but he found it because the guy had labeled it as a 66 half cab for a Scout. And so people who like don't know, which is totally fair, they see the Jeep and they're like, oh, not nice Scout dude. And I'm like, oh, you're wrong on all accounts, but that's okay. I get it. Short haircut. But this guy who out in Yakima had it, and he had it labeled as a Scout half cab. So anybody that was actually looking for a Jeepster top, which there are a few now around in town, the Jeepsters. Yeah, there's a few. Yeah, I think there's like 3 or 4.
Oh, have you met any of the people?
I have. Yeah. Neil, who works over at Extracto Coffee on Killingsworth and around, he has one that's in boxes in his garage, and I'm like, will you put it together so we can please be a team of 2? Like, we just
like he hasn't put it together yet?
Yeah, I think he's had it since high school.
What?
And it's like, it needs a full resto, so he's working on it.
Right.
But I'm like, Neil,
So
come
it's
on,
just
man.
like the chassis, like.
I think it's like blown apart. Yeah,
Okay.
I think he's working to put it back together.
Oh wow.
But it's like a full
What
restoration.
color? Do you know
Well, at
what
least
color
it's
it
kind
is?
of simple.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah.
Gray primer? I don't know. I don't know. Rust.
Cardboard box.
Exactly. It's corrugated. That's what color it is. Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's a couple. Is there like a couple other people that you've met, or just?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few floating around. The problem is always just they often get turned into rock crawlers. So that is really not my scene. Like, my scene is I would much rather hang out with the classic car guys. Like, I would much rather hang out with you guys of all people. But like, if I'm thrown into a mix of classic car, it's anybody that knows anything about the Jeepster is almost always like a dude that's 70 to 75. It's like an older baby boomer.
Yeah.
Because that's the era.
It's kind of crazy that you would turn a car that is that old and that cool into a rock color, because there's so many other kinds of newer cars you could turn into that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think the trend of that happening is going away because now, like, the Broncos are so popular, the Scouts are so popular, and this is such a weird thing that's like an outlier that I think people are realizing like they actually do have a collectible value. You used to find them on Craigslist for like $1,500, and now you get a box of bolts for $3,000.
Yeah.
So.
I really do like the old Broncos though. They're really cool.
Oh, they're great. They're totally great. Yeah, I love that whole generation of cars.
They look cool.
Yeah.
I really like Forerunners. Yeah, I think they're cute. Do you have any good 4x4 stories you want to tell us?
4x4, like going
Any
places.
off-roading?
I mean, Vernon Bruce, I am pretty polite with, really, because it looks so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you don't want to.
but like the last time it dumped snow in Portland, like roads clear out, everybody freaks out. It was like three years ago.
Yeah.
I went and got
Two
it.
centimeters.
Snowpocalypse.
And we had like
Well,
there was like a
once
couple
where
feet.
It was
There was
like 12 inches or something.
Yeah. I mean,
it was a lot. It was
Oh,
legit.
you took it out in the snow.
of
and
course,
stuff?
I was like snapped it into 4-wheel drive and like all over the place. And like there is nothing more fun than driving around that thing that is bright fucking turquoise blue.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no cars
really
on the
pretty.
road. It's solid white, and everywhere I went, people were like, "Oh!" as I drove by. It was like being in a parade all the time. It was like
Awesome.
I'm like the fucking Queen of England. Hello.
Would you ever drive it to the mountain, or would that be
I
too
would.
Really?
I would totally do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's like gravel and stuff.
Yeah, it's okay.
Does it handle well in the snow?
It does now. Yeah,
It does now.
now. I had
not like
all the
top
bushings
heavy?
and the no. It's low and slow.
Yeah, what kind of stuff did you get done to it after you? So it made it back from Montana.
It didn't. It did. It had
Yeah.
dumb stuff that had been done, like the barrel The starter barrel, like the whole thing and the wiring harness on the back had all burnt out, but rather than replacing it, they had just hardwired in a start button. So it was really and truly like dumb stuff like that. The tires, I found stock rims. I, scour the internet and find a bunch of stock stuff, take off some weird bullshit from O'Reilly's and plug back in the original. So.
Yeah, so how do you have an actual mechanic, or are you doing all this stuff, or like who?
I mean, that stuff I do on my own. I know enough to be dangerous. Like I can totally fuck something up, and hopefully I'm a little wiser and smarter now, and I stop. I wasn't with the first ones. That's why I got rid of them.
Yeah, but that's good.
Yeah,
you gotta learn.
The guy that used to own the building on 12th and Division, which actually where Finger Bang and Baker's Mark is now,
Okay.
John. That used to be called Custom Classics.
Oh yeah, that whole
block.
Yeah, I remember. I was really when
he was amazing.
Gone. Yeah,
John has passed away since then.
Okay.
But he did sell it. He was in the midst of like that renovation. But before I bought the Jeepster from Montana, I worked across the street, and John at one point had the garage bays open, and I saw he had a Jeepster on the lift, and so I like trucked myself over there. I mean, you guys know me, your world global listeners don't know me, but like I'm not a shy person.
Yeah.
So I went in and was like, "Hi, do you know anything about this Jeep?" And he was like, "Who are you?" Like, oh yeah, right. Sorry, it's weird. So then we went through the whole thing, whatever. And it took me like 6 months to convince him that I was legit, that I did actually like Jeepsters. It's the same as John and Montana. All the Johns are always like really dubious. So ultimately, I told him flat out, I'm going to buy one, and I want to bring it here. And it turns out he worked on the Jeep dealership lot in Portland when he was a teenager and in his 20s, when in the 60s when these came out.
Oh, that's really
So he had crazy old school knowledge.
Oh, wow.
But John was the one that was responsible for like the 60s car culture in Portland, which is no SoCal, but he built everything that ever raced at PIR originally.
Oh, wow.
He had an amazing shop. John also had one car from 1965. He had every model that Chevy ever built.
What? Wow.
In 1965.
He had every Chevy model from 1965.
Wow.
At his house. And he would drive a different one to work every day.
So cool.
He had a Chevy Impala station wagon, which I've only ever seen one other time, and it was like slammed to the ground within like 4 inches maybe.
Whoa.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
He had the Chevelle, he had the SS, he had the Super Sport. What was the other one? He had the Nova. He had everything.
He just had the whole.
He had like 2 Corvairs, one convertible, one not.
What?
That's actually a pretty cool way to do it if you're like gonna collect.
Yeah.
Just be like, we're gonna do 1 year.
It was that's a
and
choice.
Every
That is
single
really
model.
cool.
So like convertible, not convertible.
He had everything. I mean, he had like multiple versions of the Corvettes.
Impala wagon.
I wonder what happened to all the cars.
I don't know. He had a couple sons, and I think like when he ended up passing away, I'm sure a lot of them went to auction, but that's fair. Like, what the fuck are you going to do with like 45 cars from 1965? Yeah, unless you're John.
I would be so psyched.
Yeah, I know. That I forgot about that detail actually. He was rad, and then
Also, that is not weird to go and do that. I did that to a girl that had my same
No,
car.
totally, I know.
And I scared the shit out of her. I was like, whose car is that? And she was like, what? It's mine.
Did you hit it?
And I was like, I have your same car.
That's awesome. She's like, okay, weirdo.
Ran into the bar. I was like, whose car is this?
I love it. Oh, I've totally done it.
Yeah.
I've done it.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Freak.
Carissa.
Yeah. Carissa, she was like, you scared me so much. I was like,
Oh, we used to drool over her
Yeah.
because it was all like dragged out. It was all like raked out. And really
That's so
cool.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of almost like, especially, I mean, something like the Jeepster, it's like, it's so rare that
Yeah.
when you see somebody else with it, you
get real
it's like
excited.
you've been bonded.
You're real excited. And then it's always some giant redneck that doesn't want to talk to me.
Really?
Totally.
So do you think
Totally. It's always fucking camo or something. Hey man, I like that commando. Oh, here we go.
what do you know about fucking commandos, man?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah,
Kill him with kindness. Kill him with kindness.
exactly.
Do you run over and scare the shit out of him? Do you like?
No, you get shot. You get shot.
Especially if they're wearing camo.
Camo, yeah. And the Jeep's camo. Like everything's camo.
I mean, because it's kind of interesting within classic car culture. Sometimes people can get kind of like, or they want to like run you through the tests. Or, like,
Yeah,
make
do
sure
you know?
Like, Are you sure you're
Yeah.
really into this?
That's why I'm just.
Do you feel like you
straight
do
up?
you-
I'm like, I don't know anything.
But I still like it anyway.
But I like
Fuck you
it.
for telling me I can't.
Thank
First
you.
of all,
Yeah. I mean, I had a woman really actually once accost me at the airport. I drove it, like it's a fun thing to go pick up people at the airport, and it's really
I want to
rad.
be picked up at the
love
Yeah,
airport.
you text me, I'll come get you anytime.
Oh,
I live right there.
Soon.
Totally. I'll come get you anytime or drive you there. It's so fun. But this woman came up to me and she was like, oh my God, this thing has more Mopar parts than any other blah, blah, blah. And like, she just went down this list of stats. And I was like, whoa, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I know enough, but I was like, okay. But she was hardcore Mopar. And I was just like, okay.
Wow.
She was like a rep.
Was it Vanessa from Wildcat Auto Wrecking?
I don't think so.
Okay. She's like a
It was
Mopar
intense.
geek.
It was
Yeah.
intense.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, and it's great. I'm like, that's fucking
I mean,
rad.
do you?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do when people are like, I'm like, yeah, I don't. That's cool. What is that?
I think it's always just it's a good opportunity to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm too lazy to look shit up online. I will sometimes, and I do have a lot of books, but mostly I just look at those pictures.
She doesn't know how to read though, so the books are useless.
I really like. I
Big
like
photos.
talking to people about their knowledge of what they have and like their experiences and stuff like that. Yeah. So speaking of, what is your experience generally when driving down the street?
In the Commando?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think people are surprised when it's me that's driving it for a lot of reasons, but that thing is so bright and so fun that it's hard. I think it's hard for people not to notice it. My business partner and I, in the summer, I drive it to work and we go to lunch almost every day somewhere in this hood all the way around. And she always gets really defensive. She's like, what the fuck are they all staring at us? And I'm like, you're in a parade right now. We are a parade of one. It's bright.
And I mean, so it's like what's the color?
It's actually called Empire Blue.
Ooh,
That's
Empire
the
blue.
factory color, but it's like a turquoise.
It's a really pretty turquoise, and it's like it. Look, I mean, it's. Did you get it repainted?
I had to after that woman hit me.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It was
Yeah.
the original paint though before.
No, I think it had been repainted. The interior is original paint though.
Oh, wow.
That Empire Blue. It's exactly the same color, just like
Yeah.
matte at this point.
Yeah.
It's a matte finish.
I mean, it's a gorgeous vehicle.
Dana's actually won a lot of car crush trophies.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that was so fun last year.
It takes home all of them.
Yeah, I think you won the finger bang.
And finger bang and
Meat
appetite and meat.
and appetite.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I mean,
very
I
proud,
remember
very
the first time
proud.
I saw it, I was like, oh my god, this thing is so amazing.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Yeah, no, and that's part of the fun of driving a car like that is like people
Yeah.
being like,
Yeah.
thumbs up. Like
You don't
know?
drive it to be subtle.
Yeah,
No.
If you feel awkward in that car, it is not the fucking car for you.
Yeah,
But it's like
never.
Glynis in that fucking Riviera. That thing is 1,000,000 miles long and cherry red.
It's a red.
You
It's so
cannot be
bright.
shy in that
Yeah,
car.
No, you can't.
I mean,
If you're having like a day where you're like, I don't want people talking to me or looking.
don't
at
drive
me,
it.
Yeah, don't
No.
drive your own car.
Don't drive your old car.
Drive
You
your
can't.
Honda Civic
The thing
that
I
day.
love about Vernon Bruce, and I think it's true for all old cars probably, but the Jeep is just weird enough that it's universal who likes it. Like, it's totally the old guy crowd all the time, which I can kind of get down with. That's totally fine. Bunch of weird, cranky old men. But then at the same time, like, I'll get accosted by like 20-year-old hipsters from LA that are visiting. And then
Right.
I was at the bank one time doing like an ATM deposit, and I came out, and there's a church across the street, and there's a bunch of ladies that just came out from the church, and they're all standing there, and they're like crazy, like lace hats, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they're older. They're
Sunday.
in their
They're in their
80s.
Sunday
yeah.
best.
Sunday best.
Oh.
But like pillbox hat
Yeah.
kind of styling where you're like,
Whoa, what kind
whoa.
of church was that?
you know, I don't know. Old Baptist, I
Cool.
think.
Sounds like a cool.
I think it was
sounds
like
a cool one.
Yeah, but they're all standing around it, and I walk out, and this one woman's like, "What is it?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a Jeep," you know. And I try to drill it down of like, start small with easy conversation, and like if they have more questions, but I also don't want to be that asshat that's like, "Let me tell you all about the stats." 'Cause no one cares. And she was like, no, I mean, what's the front and what's the back? And I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like, what is that?
It's a Jeepster Commando. Like, that's the thing. And
Oh, they think it was a custom.
she
some
thought I
kind
had
of-
cut two cars in half
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
and
Yeah.
put them
That
together.
is hilarious.
She thought the back was like a Volkswagen thing and that the front was clearly a
What?
Jeep. And I was like, no. I was
Wow.
like, that, I promise. That's
that way.
it.
Did you have to get into a conversation?
Oh, yeah, we had a long conversation about it.
You know what's
She was so
crazy
excited.
about that though is like
A bunch
they're
of church
so
ladies. That's so
they
cool.
are so rare that people like
It's
would
pretty
think
weird.
that.
Yeah,
You know, they've
it's
never
pretty
seen
weird.
that car, which is kind of
And they
insane
do, the
and
back
really
does
cool.
look a little bit like a VW.
It's a weird thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
weird. It's
Yeah.
a weird setup because it has this like raked, like sloped back that like tilts toward the front. So it's a very odd setup. But the best part about that whole story is she was like, "Well, is it yours?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's mine." Like, you saw me get out of it.
I just like
I've got
tell you
the
all this
fucking keys in my hand. It's
God,
mine.
that's my favorite. Are you sure it's yours? It's not your
yeah,
your
your
dad's,
boyfriend's,
your
yeah.
boyfriend's.
My stock response is always, "Do I look like I have a boyfriend?" And they're always like,
God, I wish I could use that one.
"No." I'm like, "Right." like, what
You just
a
be like, it's my wife's motherfucker.
That's right. Ugh. But so the old ladies are like, then they have this whole list of questions about what it's like to drive. Is it hard to drive? Do I drive it? So I'm trying to be nice and funny because they're so sweet. And like then I'm realizing
But
like
you're
they're
late to something.
no, I was fine. They're actually like quite old, and so
And they're like in their
90s or like late 80s, maybe 90s,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
And she's like, "Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna go home and tell Ed or whatever all about Ed's not gonna believe this." And then one of them, no shit, has a flip phone that she's taking photos, and I'm like, "I love you guys so
my
much."
gosh.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
so I think at that point, like I needed to go back to the ATM. I did whatever. I left. I came back, and they're still there. And her question to me originally had been, I have to back that up. Her question to me originally had been, "How hard is it to drive?" And so my stock response is, "Well, there's no power steering. It's manual. No power brakes. Like you're paying attention when you drive. You don't eat ice cream or drink your coffee. If you're driving, you're
Instagram
driving.
posts.
No, you're driving." And my stock response is always, "It's an interactive driving experience." And she was like, "Oh, I'm going to tell Ed that interactive driving experience." And then I leave and I come back and they're still there. And there's like these 3 hipsters with like super crazy tight pants, like top knots, the
Like
whole
they're
thing
painted on.
painted on pants. Or I'm like, "Oh my God, how can you breathe?" But the best part is
Balls are dying.
I know, like, dude, they're like in there. And I walk up just in time to hear one of the older church ladies say, "It's an interactive driving experience" to the hipsters.
Oh my
Yes.
god!
And I was
that's so
like,
awesome.
I win!
So rad.
I
God,
win.
if you could have got that in recording,
My-
that'd have been awesome.
She like
Wow.
reverberated back out what I had said to her. "It's an interactive driving experience." And I was like,
Oh,
those
and they were
hipsters must
so
be so confused.
So those women were they were in their like 40s or mid 30s then when that car came out.
Yeah,
So
probably.
they probably remember them.
Probably.
And it looks like they were marketed a little bit towards women in some of
They
the
did.
ads.
Yeah, they did a little bit. Like a lot of the ads are like, like the have fun in the sun, beach, summer vacay sort of a situation. But there's women driving them in almost half of the ads.
Yeah, can you drive it through the water like that?
You should
Like-
not from all the salt. You sure can, but you should not. No one should drive any car in the ocean.
I guess that's
I
true.
mean, it's kind of cool.
But you have to like seriously like hose the shit out of it
Yeah,
after.
'cause of all
Yeah.
the
It's just
water.
salt, yeah, all up in there. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a lot of these ads are geared toward.
And
You
that's
know-
the one. That's your color right there.
That's Empire Blue. But I think what they were really aiming for with these was, hopefully that a family would buy them. The guy could use it for hunting and whatever on the weekends because all the ads are the men doing rugged, manly. I'm on a construction site and here I am, blah blah blah, delivering packages, and then the women are going out to dinner or playing golf,
Yeah.
which is what I do in mine.
Yeah.
Obviously.
The 4-wheel drive, when that came in, do you think it was like, were they trying to have it so you could drive it to all these crazy places, or was that just like something that you think that they were marketing towards people because it was on the ones from the military?
Both. I think it's what they knew how to do, and I think that was their marketing spin to try to get it to a broader audience. You can be rugged and sporty on the weekends, and then you can take your wife to dinner in
Okay.
evening class, sort of a situation. But it doesn't do great for either. It's super fun, but it's like, it's really pretty impractical for both of those things. It's like filthy. It smells like burning gas and oil. There's no carpet in it. It's not
Were
charming.
there not carpet in any of them?
Oh no, it's
You can, yeah.
Or-
You can get them with like a Continental kit and pretty tricked out. Mine is just like the bare bones. Like mine is probably what was sold more than anything, which is probably
Okay.
why it's still around. I mean, the difference of like a fully restored version like this of the Continental kit with the white top and it has all the trim, air conditioning, the whole thing. That's probably at this point, this is like a $50,000 car.
Oh wow.
And they didn't make very many.
Because
No, that Continental Kid, it looks like
It's
a 90s
sweet.
Cadillac.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah.
Because wasn't the idea though that you could like rinse it out? So why would you want carpet? I guess that's.
Yeah.
I know, but there's always
would-
people that will upgrade all their trims,
that's
right?
true.
Like
I mean,
all the
there's,
way
like,
around.
You know, Range Rovers in LA all over.
Right.
I mean, because the seats come out fully, right?
Yeah, it's like 4 bolts to get everything
Okay.
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and then you're down to literally just a steel box.
And you're like, just like, psh,
There's
bring the
literally
elk blood out
gaskets.
of-
That's right. Literally plugs that fill in
Yeah.
4 holes in the base to hose it out.
Does
Yeah.
if it, because you have it garaged, right? So you're not like letting it sit in the rain or anything.
But
if you,
of course, it leaks like a sieve if I get caught in the rain.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
if you're in the rain, is it like filling up on the bottom or anything?
No, because none of the door gaskets work, so it just leaks right out.
Oh, okay.
So it comes right out and it just
You're like,
comes
right out.
I'm like,
You
ooh, it's
open the
clean.
door, and there's like just a waterfall comes
No,
out.
it's pretty good. I mean, that's one of the things that I did was redo all of the seals and the gaskets all the way around because it didn't have any when I bought it, like because they rot, over time.
Yeah.
So
Was it hard to find the seal? Like, how are they big?
yeah, they're pretty meaty, and a lot of them are screwed in, and a lot of them you have to buy a separate piece of trim that has like these weird prongs on it that you have to like snap over and pull back and glue in. It's it's a mess. It's a total mess, but it's worth it.
Are there kits that you can buy online for that stuff, or do you have to kind of custom fit stuff, or?
It's pretty universal, like in terms of like what the channel is versus the actual rubber gasket.
Okay.
There are 2 places online right now that are pretty stocked in terms of like reproducing stuff for these particular years. I mean, and they're literally like, it's one guy in California and there's one guy in Illinois or something that's cranking it out.
Yeah.
And they're called like the Jeepster Man, and the other one is 4x4 Parts Dude.
What, really? That's amazing.
.net.
That's amazing. And
Yeah.
there's like only 2 of those people that are really like
2 or 3
pumping out
in the
some of
U.S.
stuff.
Yeah, and like pumping out, like you're speaking to a
small.
very small
Yeah,
audience.
Small. Yeah.
So they're making things for themselves because they have one, because they're a Jeep nerd, and they're like, okay, well, if I've made 10, I should make 30, and I'll sell them to.
We'll sell them to our Jeep friends on the forums.
That's right.
And that's where the internet is pretty cool.
That's right.
sometimes.
That's right. The interwebs. It is true. I mean, you can't find that shit otherwise. It's impossible.
Yeah.
They don't exist in stockyards. They're not junked out somewhere. And at this
No,
point,
yeah.
52 years old, like if I find something for it, it's in horrible condition. And it has to be. You have to like really,
Right, all the rubber,
really
yeah.
reach far.
Yeah.
I mean, I have
Yeah.
like 4 grills that are sitting in my around, much to my wife's chagrin.
They're sitting in my bed with me. I sleep
I
with
snuggle
them.
them when she's out of town. No, they're like, they're like yard art. They're like floating around all over the place because when you do find something like
You
that,
don't
or
have to buy
like,
it.
right, or like
Yeah.
with previous ones that came with an extra grill, like we all have boxes of shit full of
Right.
our individual
Keep all
car
that
parts.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
and there are some days, I'm not going to lie, that like, I wish I could go back 2 Jeeps and have like one from 2 times ago and then also Vernon Bruce.
So that you could like.
So one could just kind of be scrappy and like you could just drive it up to the mountain and be like down the Forest Service Road and not care
Yeah.
and just go balls out all the
Well,
time.
I mean,
I kind of do
That
anyway.
could be in the future.
Uh,
Too.
divorce is also in my future. if that was gonna happen, she'd kill
There was
me.
an extra one just.
I'm already. Are you
floating
kidding? I'm already like 6 vehicles too many. So
Wait, so you have 6 vehicles?
no,
now?
I don't know. I don't know how many I have. I also have that 75 Ford F-150,
Yeah,
which
the
is a
orange one
monster.
is So cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's fun.
So you have Vernon Bruce. You have what does that other? Did your other
Just
car have
call
a
it
name?
the Orange Monster.
The Orange Monster.
Yeah, it's just so big and ugly and moldy. It's so moldy. That thing's fun. And then I have.
Yeah, it was at the block party.
Yeah, I brought the 2
Okay.
tiny T90s in it. So then I have 3 T90s, which are 1968. So I have a bright yellow one that's the same year as Vernon Bruce, which is fun. And the T90s were the original dual sport motorcycle. So on the bottom, there's a switch to go from high gearing to low gearing. And literally, like in the low gearing, you can go anywhere. But they're like based off of the Super Cub.
So are they just like they're like tinier motorcycles?
They're a tiny motorcycle. They're 90 cc's.
Oh my god!
It's
want one
really
so
fun.
bad.
It's really fun. And I have 3 of those. And I have a little Honda Passport that's like an early 80s. And then I have a 74 CB125. That's like my kick around town bike, which is also very small but very fun.
Where do you find the bikes at?
Oh God,
All over?
they're like rabbits, and you find one, and then you're like, whoa, no, they're multiplying, and I have 2 all of a sudden.
Oops.
Oopsie, now there's 4.
happened there?
Yeah, it happens. They seem to congregate.
I really want a little tiny bike like that.
I'm gonna liquidate this summer, so you can buy one of my T90s. They're really cute. They're really fun. Yeah.
Okay, let me know. I'm interested. I
Yeah.
think it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
one for
They're good.
I've been telling Emily I want one really bad.
They're nerdy and fun. They get 65 miles to the gallon sort of a situation.
65 miles. And then I just want to roll up to people and be like, I get 65 miles to the gallon on this hog.
You really hog. I know. They're really fun to take to a big rally, and you're like, hi guys. And they're like, oh god. But yet they all love them. It's the same as Vernon Bruce, where every big dude on a Harley is like, oh, I learned to ride on a bike like that. And they all want to talk about it. Can I ride it? And you're like, go for it. So there's some fucking fat guy in full leathers. It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
What's the gas mileage on that baby?
Yeah, right.
On Vernon Bruce.
On Vernon
not
Bruce,
on the-
it's actually not too bad because the engine's not huge. I mean, it's Buick 225. It's the V6. It's probably 18, 19, 20, depending on what I'm doing. I mean, you're not going anywhere fast. That's all there is to it. The truck, on the other hand, the F-150 with that V8, it's what's in that, a 390? That's not great on gas.
Right. No.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
It's
not.
terrible.
Yeah.
Serves a purpose,
Do you
though.
use premium gas for Vernon Bruce?
I don't.
Oh, really?
I don't. No. Because at one point, everything had to be, hoses and everything had to be replaced. And it just, I mean, you can, there's camps for both, right? People will argue online heavily about whether you should do all premium, if you should ethanol free, blah, 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 marine grade. But I just put it and let it in. It's fine.
Oh, wow. Do you have a favorite year of Jeepsters?
The early, I like the 67s and the 68s. There's not many to choose from.
Is there one of each year?
No, they're the same. I mean, really, they're the same until AMC bought the brand. So there's not much difference. Yeah, I could buy one of all of them. Much like John, I'd have two.
Right.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, I mean, we always ask what music you listen to in there, but since you don't,
There's no stereo.
The sound of the machinery.
Yeah.
which is also awesome.
The truck, though, has an AM radio in it, which I find to be weirdly charming. And the best AM radio station in town, hands down, is the all student run AM station by Benson Polytechnical High School, KBPS.
Oh,
bet.
what kind
The
of
high
stuff do they
school.
play?
It's high school, so you can completely tell who's manning the station depending on what's playing. Sometimes it's terrible. But then there's other times that you'll go through and it'll be all 60s girl groups. And I just love driving in the truck, which is an enormous vehicle, flying along, and everybody's kind of clearing out of your way because you're taking up 2 lanes at all times. And you're listening to that, and I just envision the science professor or the biology professor cranking out literally 1960s girl groups, or whatever.
Oh, these aren't students cranking out 1960s?
It's everybody. I think
okay.
it's a huge range. I actually don't know. I've looked it up.
Coley.
It's pretty rad. It's pretty rad. KBPS. Yeah, from
Shout out.
Benson. Yeah, it's awesome.
So you're probably not driving it very much in the winter because does it have a heater and stuff?
It does have a heater. Yeah.
So
I do.
You can stay toasty in there.
Yeah, and it's a tiny little space. You get a ton of heat off the engine, which is also a bummer in the summer.
Yeah, because it's just...
It's nice and warm. But no, I do. I drive it all year.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, real quick, just to go over any tips for someone wanting to buy a classic car in the 60s, because the oldest car I've owned has been 77, so I don't have any experience with the super old.
I had a
still,
66.
it's a whole different thing.
But-
Finding stuff is different.
Yeah.
So I feel like you hit on some pretty good things. One was to check spelling.
Yeah.
Weird spelling.
That's
shit.
sad but true. It's so sad, but it's true.
Yeah, because then you can find good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me with the Jeepsters, I think you at this point, every year that goes by and more kind of fall away of what would be available because now it's been in the field for so long that it might not be salvageable. I think if you're looking at something that's 50 years old plus, you might really be looking, you might have to add $1,000 to your internal budget to really find something that's actually not even necessarily restorable, but habitable, baseline usable.
Right.
I think every year that goes by or every 5 years that goes by, those things just get more and more rare. It's I always say it about the Jeepster. I'm it's rare, but it's not exotic. It's just that it's now been around long enough with such low production numbers that I just have to think every year your pool gets smaller and smaller.
True.
I think.
And the parts and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. There's the whole thing about the tech nerds are now also have decided that classic cars are a great investment. So there's a whole crowd of people that are snapping up cars that
It's kind of
5 years
insane.
ago were $5,000 or even $4,000, and now suddenly they're on auction for $20,000 or $30,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And shit that like nobody used to care about at all.
Right.
That you get for super cheap.
Like
Say-
Fox Body Mustangs.
100%.
Which I actually think are real cute.
Like
I
mid 80s, like
Yeah.
yeah, I had an 84.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a piece of shit.
5.0.
Oh my god. Yeah, of what? You're like, what was that measurement? That's my question because it was terrible.
5 liter.
I know, but like that is a crock of shit.
The 5 times you're gonna break down.
Totally, yeah. Yeah, 5 free toes. I don't know.
The 5 toes in how many years?
Yeah.
In 1 year.
I think mine was a lemon. It was terrible. It was a terrible car. I had a Volkswagen Corrado for a little while that was like mid 80s, early 90s. I don't even remember.
Was it Volkswagen?
It's on the cover of that Haggerty magazine that came out this year.
Oh.
It was 4-cylinder turbo. That's a great idea. That was terrible. that couldn't handle it at all. So you'd hit a power band and it was super fun, but like it was guaranteed before you hit 60,000 miles in that car, the engine was going to explode, and they all did.
Oh wow.
So it was super fun. It couldn't handle
it.
the
It couldn't handle the
no
turbo.
no and like
Huh. Yeah, are there very many 4-banger turbos?
no, I don't think so. For a reason, like for a reason.
Because they can't handle it.
No.
Can't handle the
I feel
power.
like Honda. I feel like
No, you
Honda.
can't.
I feel like the newer Honda Accords have the 4-cylinder turbo.
That might be
Just
true.
because I had to take my Honda recently to a dealer, so it's different.
I mean,
Different story,
also
but-
like 4-cylinder now has got to be a million times better than
yeah,
it was.
like
I
a
mean, but
80s or
it was
90s, yeah.
really fun, but
Yeah.
until it exploded, literally on the highway, you know.
Really? When
In
you're driving
Bountiful.
it?
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
yeah. It's like it's like the land of much freeway all the time. Everything is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
spread out, flying along, and like just like bang, and like literally just shot rods out the sides.
What? Whoa!
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you get to
Yeah,
see
it was
the
all
car?
of it. Just like
Oh.
like
And then
power
you saw
down,
parts-
man down, man down. Like, oh
Like
God.
literally, the rod shot out the side.
It was
of
inside the.
engine?
It was in the engine cavity, like in the compartment, like
in the
stuffed
engine
out
bay.
the side. Mm-hmm.
Whoa! I mean, look, good thing something didn't come to the firewall and get you.
Mm-hmm. I think they're
kinda
they're
shit-
aimed this way, but
Oh,
yeah,
right.
it's
Oh,
still
'cause it was like a right.
yeah, but it was bad.
Fuck. So you. Oh,
It was
but that's
it was
also
it was
really
thrilling.
Cool to
Yeah,
see.
I wanted to light it on fire on the side of the road. I was like, I probably shouldn't do that.
It also caught on fire. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I was smoking.
I love seeing car
don't smoke.
carnage. When something breaks, I love like seeing what happens because it's so like an engine. You can't. It's just a hunk of metal. It looks like from the outside, but the forces inside it are
Yeah.
so fucking strong. I
Yeah.
mean, that shit is getting so hot and it's spinning so fast. I'm like, that's just insane to
Yeah, yeah.
think of like what pushes.
What would cause that to happen?
Yeah, what would cause
On-
a rod to just go through an engine block?
On my mantle
Yeah.
at home, I have the gearing from a Jeep probably 2 times ago, and it has reverse at the top, and then first, second, and third, and it has a non-synchro first, so it's flipped the other way. And at one point while I was driving it, teeth sheared off of first gear from just 50 years of abuse,
Yeah.
whatever. But when I did have that transmission fixed, and when they took it out, I had them give me that set of gearing, and the marks on the first and second gear where the teeth sheared off and then ground down in were fucking gnarly. It's
Yeah.
really cool. It's like
Yeah,
the most
yeah.
most impressive paperweight ever.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
bet.
it's really expensive paperweight.
A really expensive
But it's
paperweight.
exactly that, where like the force that it took to shear off those teeth,
And then they were
Dang.
just grinding.
and then they
around
hit
and
down
just
below.
hit. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
And that's how diamonds are made.
And that's that's awesome.
On that note,
Do you have any last wills or testaments?
No, that's it.
Anything you would like? Any shout outs or anything that you would like to give?
No, I think I did. I'm good. I'm good.
Thanks, Dana, for
Yeah,
letting
thanks,
us
Dana.
babble your ear off and
It's awesome.
talk to you and hang out and stuff.
And
always a good time.
wave if you see me in Vert and Bruce somewhere. That's all I ask.
So I will wave. I will like, oh,
Yeah. Go commando. Please go commando.
feel like
For those of you that
on
can't
the
see,
tops
Mandy's
and bottoms.
making gestures like she's gonna pull her shirt up.
Tops and bottom commando.
Awesome.
Okay, well then, if I guess go to the one show, we're gonna have a booth there. It's gonna be really
It's
cool.
at the Memorial Coliseum this year.
It's at the Memorial Coliseum. There's gonna be a bunch of bands that
We're gonna
are
have a table and some duct tape
pretty sweet.
and some really fucking cool earrings.
Yeah, some really cool
that we
earrings.
partnered with Quinn Curno to make.
Who's awesome. I won't be there because I will be drinking margaritas on the beach.
Sorry, she's gonna be at
But I'm
Mexico.
gonna
But I'll be
leave it up to
there.
Emily to man the booth.
And
so.
also, Lauren will be there.
But
too.
if you want to bring me
So-
presents that you can give to them, to give to me.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
no, don't do that. Just bring me presents.
All right. Okay. I guess on that note.
Bye.
Adios.